You know what I'm saying? So English is a good situation. Okay, listen. I'm gonna teach you guys something. Okay, when those of you that speak Spanish, when you say hi in English, okay, when you say good night is when you're leaving. Okay, when you're saying bye, good night, bye. Okay, when you enter a place, when you enter a group, a situation, you say good evening. Good evening. Good evening means it's night, but you're saying like good evening. Like good night is like bye bye. Okay? I've noticed some of you guys that speak Spanish and want to learn English, when if it's night and I'm entering a group of people, or I want to say hi, it's good evening. Okay? If I want to say bye, it's good night. Just so you know. Okay, so let's go here. Let's read. English is an official language in many countries around the world. Okay, around the world. Countries with a majority of native English speakers include Australia, Canada, and the United States. You hear that? So, if one day you go to Australia, you're going to have to learn how to speak English. If you go to Canada one day, you need the language of English. Like everything is English, okay? Australia, Canada, and of course the United States. That's where we're from. That's where we're at. Blessings, blessing. There you go. Good evening. You see, good evening. Good evening means like hello. Okay, hello at night. Good night means bye bye. Okay. Do you think English is the number one language in the world? I believe, man, it's like a tie between English and Spanish. That's why when you know English and Spanish, you're set. You can go to anywhere in the world. When you know English and Spanish, if you go to Latin America, Spanish. And some countries speak English. If you go to Europe, English. You go to Africa, English. You go to the Middle East, English. You go to Russia, English. You go to Asia, English. You go to Australia, English. English is everywhere. So I believe it's like a tie. But I think English. I think English is number one. I believe so. That's why it's so important for you to learn how to speak English. That's why I motivate my Hispanic community, my Spanish community. Practice your English, guys. You're gonna need English. Okay? You're gonna need it. So we are learning that Australia, Canada, and the United States, it says countries with a majority of native English speakers. English is an official language in many countries. See, many countries. Countries with a majority of native English speakers: Australia, Canada, New Zealand, United Kingdom, and United States. Okay, other countries where English is spoken: India, Pakistan, Nigeria from Africa, Philippines, Barbuda, Bahamas, Barbados, and Belize. Okay, those countries, they speak English. Countries where English is an official language: Botswana, Burundi, Cameroon, Cook Islands, Dominicana, Eswatini, Fiji, Ghana, Grenada, and Guyana. Okay, how many countries in the world are English speaking? 67 countries. 67. You read that? 67 countries speak English. Wow. 67 countries. Says learn about the English speaking countries. In fact, English is recognized as an official language in a total of 67 different countries, as well as 27 non. So, okay, so it says, so English is recognized